Hi everybody. I'm going to try to make this a pretty simple video talking about using this. So sometimes an object needs to refer to itself, and C++ gives us gives every object a built-in pointer called this to do exactly that. So basically, the keyword this is used as a pointer to refer to itself. So I'm just going to go through, like, you can see my bad and good code examples here, and it's going to be easier if I demo this in CLion. You can see here I have the setters and the setters that I built up in the last video, in the setters and getters video. And you can see, right, we have a function called setName, and we have a parameter that's getting passed in that's called n. And we set the variable name equal to n. Now, what I like about one with CLion, right, it's setting the color of name to purple, which helps you distinguish that purple name, if we go back and look at the class definition of where we set it up, right, that matches this, that we have name and name, they're both purple. And the n that we're passing in as a parameter is white, right, and so we can see those equal the same. Now, this is a good way to do it, and to be honest, this is the way I always define this. I define the, like, set in parameters. I always do a parameter, and, you know, I might just shorten the name, or I might have, like, an acronym for it, like if there's multiple letters to it or something. That is how I normally go about handling setting a variable to the parameter passing in. There is also using the object or the pointer called this. And how it would work is if I tried to have this be actually the same name, you're going to see with the same name in both spots, it changes it from purple to white. And that's telling the system saying, this is now a new name, a new section of memory that it allocated and said, hey, we created a new variable called name, we're passing that into it, and now we're changing name equal to itself. And so that's not what we want. We want to still change the variable from this class that's called name. We still want to change that to it. So to be able to do that, they created the pointer called this. And so you type in this with the arrow, so you use the dash and the arrow thing to create the arrow thing, and you'll see that it changed the first name back to purple. It left the second name white, and so these two match. The name and the name here match. They're both white, but the first name went back to purple. And so that's saying this name, and so this name is referring to this object's name, and that is setting it equal to the name of the parameter that we passed in. You can see this can be really confusing if you're looking at this and you're going, these are the same thing. They both say name. Which one's which? And it could get my brain confused. That's why I like using this option where our parameters, we don't use the same name as the variables. We use an abbreviation or some kind of variation of the name, and my brain can easily distinguish those, but I want you to be able to read what this pointer is doing and know what it's doing and try to understand how it works. So that's the basics of this. I hope it helped. I tried to reduce how many times I said the word this, so hopefully that helped. And see you in the next video.